Hello and welcome to this video on the topic Is Palestine a country? And the ongoing Israel-Palestine conflict. The topic of Palestine and Israel is a complex and sensitive issue, and we will do our best to provide an unbiased and informative overview. Please like and comment below if you like this video. The roots of the Israel-Palestine conflict can be traced back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries. At that time, the region was part of the Ottoman Empire, which controlled much of the Middle East. In the early 1900s, a movement known as Zionism began to emerge among Jewish communities in Europe and elsewhere. The goal of Zionism was to create a Jewish homeland in Palestine, which was seen as the historic homeland of the Jewish people. In 1917, during World War I, the British government issued the Balfour Declaration, which declared its support for the establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine. After the war, the British took control of Palestine under a mandate from the League of Nations. The establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine was not universally accepted, however. Many Arabs living in the region saw the influx of Jewish immigrants as a threat to their way of life and their control over the land. In the 1920s and 1930s, there were a series of violent clashes between Jews and Arabs in Palestine. In 1947, the United Nations voted to partition Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states. The Jews accepted the plan, but the Arabs rejected it, arguing that it was unfair and would result in the displacement of Palestinian Arabs from their homes. In 1948, after the British withdrew from Palestine, Israel declared its independence, and neighboring Arab states immediately attacked the new country. The resulting war led to the displacement of hundreds of thousands of Palestinian Arabs, who became refugees. This event is known to Palestinians as the Nakba, or catastrophe. Since then, there have been numerous conflicts and wars between Israel and its Arab neighbors, as well as ongoing tensions between Israel and the Palestinian people. The question of whether Palestine is a country remains a central issue in the conflict, with both sides claiming sovereignty over the same land. Is Palestine a country? The answer to this question is not straightforward. Palestine has been recognized as a country by over 130 United Nations member states, including many in the Middle East and Africa. However, Israel and several other countries, including the United States, do not recognize Palestine as a sovereign state. The Palestinian Authority, which governs parts of the West Bank and Gaza Strip, has been working towards statehood and has gained recognition from various international organizations. However, it does not have complete control over its territory, and much of its land is still under Israeli occupation. Israel-Palestine conflict. The ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine is a result of their competing claims to the same land. Both sides have engaged in violence and have committed human rights abuses against each other. The conflict has led to several wars, including the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, the Six-Day War in 1967, and the Gaza War in 2014. The situation has also led to the displacement of millions of people and ongoing tensions in the region. Why U.S. supports Israel? The U.S.'s unwavering support for Israel has long been a contentious issue, both domestically and internationally. On one hand, the U.S. views Israel as a strategic ally in the volatile Middle East, with shared democratic values and strong cultural ties. Israel is also a major recipient of U.S. aid, both in terms of military and economic assistance. However, this support has also been criticized for perpetuating the Israel-Palestine conflict and for the U.S.'s perceived bias towards Israel. Many argue that the U.S.'s support for Israel undermines its credibility as an impartial mediator in the conflict, and that it has enabled Israel's continued occupation of Palestinian territories, which is widely viewed as illegal under international law. Critics of the U.S.'s support for Israel also argue that it has come at a high cost to the Palestinian people, who have been subject to displacement, violence, and human rights abuses. This has led to widespread condemnation of the U.S.'s policy towards Israel, particularly in the Arab and Muslim world. However, supporters of Israel argue that the U.S.'s support is necessary for the country's survival in a region where it faces numerous threats. They also argue that the U.S.'s support for Israel is rooted in shared values and strategic interest, and that it helps to promote stability in the Middle East. In short, the U.S.'s support for Israel is a complex and controversial issue that touches on questions of democracy, strategic interests, and human rights. The ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine only adds to the controversy, and the U.S.'s role in the conflict remains a subject of intense debate. Current situation. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict is still ongoing and unresolved. In May 2021, there was a major outbreak of violence, resulting in many deaths and damage to homes and infrastructure. Since then, there have been efforts to find a solution and to restart negotiations towards peace. A new Israeli government was formed in June 2021, but still faces significant challenges, including ongoing tensions with Hamas and Jewish settlement building in the West Bank. Despite the challenges, there are many people and organizations working towards a peaceful resolution, and there have been some positive developments, such as increased economic cooperation and communication between the two sides. Overall, the situation remains complex, and there are many underlying issues that need to be addressed, but the hope remains that a peaceful resolution can be achieved through sustained efforts and a commitment to understanding and dialogue. In conclusion, the question of whether Palestine is a country or not remains controversial, and there is no easy answer. The ongoing conflict between Israel and Palestine is a complex issue with no simple solutions. We hope this video has provided you with a basic understanding of the topic and encourages you to learn more about the issue. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more interesting content.